Genre, biography, essential question. Introduction. Have you ever wished you could swim like a fish? That's what 11-year-old Ben Franklin was wishing when he tied a pair of wooden paddles to his arms, like fish fins. Another time, he tied himself to a kite so it would pull him across a pond like a sail. You may know Benjamin Franklin as one of the founding fathers of the United States, but Ben Franklin was also a scientist and an inventor. Caption: Benjamin Franklin, Center, helped to write the Declaration of Independence. All of his life, Ben Franklin had an inquisitive mind. He was curious and always wanted to learn new things. When there was a problem, Ben wanted to find a solution. From finding a way to swim faster to creating a new kind of glasses, Ben Franklin invented tools and found solutions to many different problems. Sidebar: a founding father. Not only was Ben Franklin a great inventor, he also signed the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution of the United States. His picture is on the $100 bill. Caption: Ben loved to read. He invented this library chair that could become a stepladder. Chapter 1: Finding Solutions. Benjamin Franklin was born on January 17, 1706, in Boston, Massachusetts. Ben didn't have a chance to go to school for very long. At 10, he went to work at his father's store. When Ben was 12, he began working with his brother James as a printer. It was a great job for Ben because he enjoyed reading and writing. Ben knew that being able to write well was important. To improve his writing skills, Ben would carefully examine the work of famous writers. Then he would try to copy their style. Caption: working in the print shop, young Ben learned a lot. When Ben was 16, he wanted to write in his brother's newspaper. He knew James would never publish something he had written. So Ben decided to write using a fake name. It worked, and James published Ben's articles. But when James found out, he was furious. The brothers never got along well after that. When Ben was 17, he moved to Philadelphia and found work with another printer. Caption: Ben worked on a printing press like this one. In Philadelphia, Ben started a printing business and published his own newspapers. At that time, not everyone could read well. Ben wanted everyone to be able to learn about the news, so he put simple cartoons and pictures in his newspapers. Then even people who couldn't read could find out what was happening in the world. Caption: in 1754, the United States had not been formed. Ben Franklin used this cartoon to tell people that the separate colonies should join together. Ben believed that people should always do things for the good of others. When he was 21, he helped form a group to make Philadelphia a better place to live. The group had 12 members and was called the Junto. The Junto helped to start a hospital, a library, a university, and an insurance company. Some of these things were the first of their kind in America. Caption: Library Hall in Philadelphia was built on the site of Franklin's first library. Members all helped buy books for the library. Ben Franklin also created the first fire brigade in Philadelphia. At the time, Houses were built of wood and close together. Fire was an enemy. It could destroy a neighborhood. Ben had seen fire brigades in other cities, so with a group of others, he set up the Union Fire Company. They bought pumps, ladders, buckets, and other equipment to fight fires. Ben's idea made the city safer. Caption: in Ben Franklin's time, people had to use buckets of water to put out a fire. Chapter 2: Ben Franklin's Greatest Invention. By 1748, Ben's printing business was so successful that he didn't need to work anymore. This gave him more time for his many other interests. A friend had given Ben a glass tube that stored static electricity. Static electricity is what you create when you rub a balloon on your head. This gift encouraged Ben to learn more about electricity. It would lead to one of his most famous investigations. Caption: static electricity can make your hair stand on end. Ben spent many years investigating lightning. He wanted to show that it was electricity. According to one story, in 1752, Ben flew a kite during a storm. He tied a key to the end of the kite string and tied a wire onto the key. Then he placed the wire in a jar made for storing static electricity. The electricity went down the wet string to the key and traveled down the wire into the jar. Sparks of electricity danced in the jar. Diagram: Ben Franklin's electricity experiment. Diagram labels: iron point, kite, kite string, key, metal wire, jar, ribbon. Ben knew lightning could start a fire if it hit a building. This gave him the idea to design lightning rods. Lightning rods are metal rods that can be seen on top of tall buildings. They take lightning safely from the air to the ground. This invention is still used today. Caption: lightning rods help protect buildings from the effects of lightning. Chapter 3: A Life of Ideas. Throughout his life, Ben Franklin never stopped learning about the world. He never stopped thinking up new ways to solve problems either. As he got older, Ben's eyesight became worse. He needed one pair of glasses to read, and another pair of glasses to see things that were far away. He had to change his glasses all the time. Ben wanted to find a solution to this problem. Caption: the bottom halves of these lenses help the wearer to see close up. The top halves help the wearer to see far away. He took the lenses from two different pairs of glasses and cut them in half. Then he put the different halves into one pair of glasses. Now, if he was reading and wanted to look at something in the distance, he no longer needed to change his glasses. This idea improved the quality of life for many people. Even today, many people wear this type of glasses. They are called bifocals. Sidebar: sharing his ideas. Ben Franklin always shared his ideas, so he never made money from his inventions. His inventions also included an extension arm for getting things off high shelves, a chair that could become a stepladder, a safer wood-burning stove, better street lamps, an instrument to measure distance. Caption: Ben enjoyed music. His favorite invention was this musical instrument made of glass. Ben Franklin worked to help people his whole life. Although he lived over 200 years ago, there are still no substitutes for some of his inventions. Ben Franklin was never short of ideas. and he used his ideas to solve many problems. Even today, his clever inventions are still with us.